Good morning, we're doing Unit 11. We're going to start with values of prisms and cylinders. So it says the lateral faces of any prism are rectangles. And the bases of any prism are congruent and parallel. Okay, so if I say then, on this rectangular prism, those are my bases, what I traced in blue. So notice that they're the same shape and same size, which makes them congruent, and if they extended in all directions, they would never cross, which is why they're parallel. And then if I look over here, my bases are now triangles, and that's why this is called a triangular prism. And notice that the lateral faces are rectangles, right? So we got one, have another one on the other side, and one on the bottom. But again, they're the same size. And if they extend it, they will never cross, making it parallel. So that's how I know that those two triangles are my bases. In prisms, we have two bases. And the volume of a prism is big B, which is your area of your base, times the height. So again, big B is area of the base. So you have to figure out what your bases are so you can figure out the area, and then you times that by the height of your overall shape. So if I look at task A, it says determine the volume of the prisms below. So I'll do one, and then I'll ask that you pause the video, try the other one on your own, and check your answer. So looking at A, these are my bases that I'm shading in. And we know that volume is area of the base times the height. Okay? For our cases, the base is a square, so that's really length times width, and then it still will be times the height. So volume equals 4 times 4 times 6. And when you put in your calculator, you should get 96 centimeters. And when talking about volume, we use an exponent of 3, which means cubed. So area we did squared, volume we use a 3, again that's cubed. So at this time, I'm going to ask that you pause the video, try B, and then check your answer. I'm going to keep going though. So I look for my bases. Here are my bases. And then again, now volume is area of the base times the height. So it's length times width times height. Right? And so volume is 18 times 12 times 4. And we get volume equals 864 inches. Okay, if you have questions, please or write them down and answer hopefully tomorrow. Alright, so if we look at C and D, these are what we call triangular prisms, and again, that's because my bases are triangles. And so following the formula of volume equals area of the base times the height, area of a triangle, we know, is base times height divided by 2. We do all of that and then multiply by the height or the length of the overall shape. So my base is 18, and my height is this 12 for my triangle, and my overall height or length of the shape is the 20. So volume equals 18 times 12 divided by 2, and then multiply it by 20, and we should get volume equals 2,160 meters cubed. Again, I'm going to ask that you try D by yourself and check your answer with mine. So again, I have the triangles as my bases, and so volume equals area of the base times the height. So we got base times height divided by 2 times the overall height. So 10 times 6, divided by 2, times 17. You should get volume equals 510 feet cubed. And raise your hand, or write them down, and I will answer them tomorrow. Okay? So that's prisms. Let's go below and let's focus on cylinders. Cylinders also have two bases, and the bases of cylinders are circles. So when you're thinking about a cylinder in real life, that could be like a paper towel roll, a soup can, things like that. And so then the bases still have to be congruent, same shape, same size, and parallel, meaning that they should never cross. Okay? If we know volume equals big B times the height, and we said that the bases in a cylinder are circles, we know that BB is represented by the area of a circle. So really, another way for me to write this is pi r squared and then times the height, because this pi r squared is how we figure out the circle, which is our base. Right? So A and B give us the radius. Remember, radius go from the center to the edge of the circle. So if we have volume equals pi r squared times height, remember use the pi key, and then I'm going to put 5 squared times 9 to the nearest 10th. So that's one decimal place. Okay, so you should get something like 706.9 inches cubed. Again, all I'm doing is putting that exactly in the calculator. Okay, so just like at the top, I'm going to ask that you pause the video and try to solve them by yourself. And I'm going to keep going. Volume equals pi r squared times height. Pi 14, okay, times 19. And when I put that in the calculator, I should get large. Number value is cubed. Alright. So the difference between A and B and C and D is that we have a radius in the top, and now we have a diameter. So in order to use the formula, I need a radius, so I can figure out what my radius is based on the diameter that gave me. So remember a while back we said diameter equals 2 radius, so I could do 20 equals 2r, and we know to get r by itself, I have to divide by 2 on both sides. So really, 10 is my r, or my radius. You can just take half, okay? And now that I know that, I can actually use my formula. Pi squared times height. Note the fact I'm using 10 and not 20, because that's really going to affect your overall answer. And I'm just substituting the result for the variable. When I put this in the calculator, I get 4,084.1 feet cubed. And then again, for B, I want you to try it by yourself and then check. Just remember that this is a diameter, so you have to kind of list that first. Sticking with D equals 2R, I know 15 equals 2R, and I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides, so I get 7.5 equals R, and so value is pi r squared times height, so we get 7.5 squared times 5, again, round to the nearest 10, so we get 883.6 meters cubed. Alright, that completes our notes for today. I want you to try tag to see if time allows. You have one of each for you to try. I'm going to write the answer so you can check, but you should be showing your work, because we know you can't just do this in your head. So for this one, I got volume equals the cylinder, value equals. If you got any questions, ask, or again, write them down. We're looking at task B. I haven't given you any numbers, so I want you to come up with your own numbers and then solve using the same formulas, okay? So everybody should have different answers. So these are chats to kind of push you outside that comfort zone. Again, if you have questions, raise your hand and ask an adult in the room or write them down, and I will answer them tomorrow. Have